Good afternoon. Let me ask you a question. What does your financial diet do for your bank balance and your wealth? When I talk about your financial diet, I'm talking about the way you consume money, I guess. Now, it brings me on to a subject. I've lost 7 kilos in the last year using a revolutionary two-step diet. Do you want to know what it is? Do you want to know how I've lost 7 kilos? Now, the first steps, 2 steps, right, is eat less. The second step is exercise more. I'm not being funny. That was about it, really. But you can't make a book out of that. I can't say this is my revolutionary diet and make a whole book out of it and sell it. But diet is one of the biggest selling things online. How to lose weight, in fact. Now, can you apply this to finance? Well, yes. There's a 2-step stage you could take in financial diet, and that is spend less and save more. And I got this idea because there is actually a book out called The Financial Diet, which is aimed at millennials. And it goes through a lot of the things that I go through in my Smart Money Manager course. Controlling your spending, having a budget, looking at how you spend your money, where it's going. Just like I've been through on the last 6 weeks of the Smart Money Manager, which you can catch on my YouTube or Facebook channels. Go back and look at those episodes. They're absolutely free. I'll be introducing this as a paid course very soon. But I think time is a big factor in money, how you use your time. I mean, a lot of people would like to read more books and consume more stuff, but they just haven't got time. I mean, I've got a pile of books I'm waiting to get round to read, but there is a way around that. There is a site, an app called Blinkist, where you can consume books in a cut down version. There's also Audible, where you can get just, I think for $5-6 a month, you can get almost one Audible book every month to download. And there are many thousands and great books on Audible and sites like Audible. And that's not the only one. There are loads of them. And there are loads of sites now that offer in cut down version of books. And even you can go on Google and Google a book. Like if you wanted to know about, I don't know, the Tipping Point, Malcolm Gladwell, instead of going out and finding that book and buying it, you could Google what is the tipping point, and it will explain it to you, the essence of it. So, I mean, most books are never finished anyway. People grab what they can out of it, and that's it. I've been reading a book recently called Rethink Social Media by Paul O'Mahony, and then I got it on Audible, and I found it much easier to digest on Audible. I have read the book, but you can see my bookmark. I probably got halfway through it, and then stopped because you get involved with other things. But I then downloaded it on Audible and found that I could go through it easier. The same thing with another book called Expert Secrets by Russell Brunson. I found that easier to go through on Audible, because Audible you can listen to it in your car and on the train and all sorts of things. So you can get through it. And talking about time, China has introduced a rule to limit children playing on computer games online to 1 hour a night. But I think that is Friday night, Saturday and Sunday. So they've said three times a week. I don't know if that will be introduced in other countries. Kids have been known to spend 6-7 hours a day and more on these computer games. But it kind of brings you back to how much time we spend on our phone and our computer and on social media. It used to be the TV, but I think it's been taken over now by computers and phones, where people are actually consuming stuff through Netflix and all sorts of sites, but spending a lot of time on sites like Facebook, Snapchat, WhatsApp, and you name it. There's just so many things. And YouTube, people are consuming so much stuff. And I mean, thousands of video hours are uploaded every second onto YouTube, including my stuff as well. But it just makes you wonder how much time we spend on social media. And in fact, that is Rethink Social Media is about stop wasting time on social media and start making money instead. So instead of going out and buying the book, why not listen to one of his webinars? And if you click on the link below, you can get one of his free webinars, which condenses the essence of this book into a couple of hours on a webinar, maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours on a webinar. So you can just get it like watching the movie instead of reading the book. So if you want to watch the movie of this book, click on my link below, and you can join his free webinar web class by Paul O'Mahony, the founder of Rethink Academy, who is a multimillionaire and started on making money online from nothing, really, from just having an ordinary job in Ireland, and he got into this and has followed certain rules that he will go through. He's followed certain steps, and you can follow his steps because you don't need to reinvent the wheel. You can follow the steps of the master and get his success. You might not get to multi-millions, but you might be able to create yourself a little bit of extra income. Maybe you could pay for those things that you are now borrowing money to buy, like holidays. Why not have an extra holiday a year with the extra income you can make on social media? On the other hand, if you really take it seriously, you could end up quitting your job and quitting the rat race and living the laptop lifestyle, or just being financially free and be able to work from home and maybe stay with your kids and not have to rush out in the morning at 6 o'clock and come back at 7 and get on that train and that sort of thing. So there's many ways you could transform your life. I mean, what would your life look like if you were financially free? What would your life look like if you could just work 3 or 4 hours a day instead of 8 and 10 hours a day? What would your life look like if you had enough money coming in to just say to your boss, thanks, I've enjoyed working here, but that's it? What would your life look like if you could travel the world and work from anywhere in the world? So in this free web class, you can, I would say, the essence of it is that you're going to see how to use the time that you're already spending on the internet to build a digital business in your spare time. That means you don't have to quit your job, right? How to get a product to sell that you don't have, and how to sell things that you don't even own, that you don't even have to buy, and how to get them for nothing. And the exact strategy that Paul used to make his first million and quit his job permanently without a big budget and any experience on social media. So it's a way of getting into a business, but without having that cost of starting a business that most people go in and open up a shop or a physical business, or they buy loads of equipment and open up a physical business. You don't need to do that. This has never been a better time to get online and start making money online, because even your granddad and your granny are now on Zoom, right? Having meetings and on FaceTime. So it shows that it's filtered through everywhere. And look at the amount of shops that have closed down in the high street. 80% of department stores have disappeared in the last 5 years in the UK alone. And that's because people are doing more online. They're buying more online, click and collect, whatever it is, they're doing more online. And it's so much easier. When you have to go out and look for something in a shop, you might go out and say, do you have this in stock? No, I don't have it. Do you have this? No. You go to the next shop and you run around. Now you just sort of Google it, and you can either find a local shop or you get it delivered the next day or even the same day. So it's unbelievable how things have changed in my lifetime, even in the last 5 years. So this training that Paul's going to go through, instead of buying the book, watch the movie right now. And if you're ready, just click on the link below. But it's very useful for you if you own a business, or you want to own a business without quitting your job yet, without taking that financial risk. If you're serious about building a profitable online business, and if you're tired of wasting time on social media and want to make some money for yourself instead. So stop wasting time on social media instead, even if you lack time, experience, resources, and expertise. So click on the link below and watch the free training right now with Paul O'Mahony, and you're basically watching the movie instead of having to go out and buy the book. So enjoy that, and I hope you will really find it useful and get something out of it, and it could change your life. Think about how your life could look right now if you didn't have to go to work, if you didn't have to work for somebody else, or you could take your laptop and go anywhere in the world and work from home wherever, or work from a hotel balcony or from the beach. Think of how your life could look if you were in that position. Think of how your life could look if you were able to spend more time with your family at home instead of having to work for somebody else. Think about that. Think about how your life would look if you could just earn another few $100s a month on a side hustle on social media instead of wasting your time on social media. So click on the link below and watch this now. Don't delay. Do it now. Right? Do it now. Don't think I'll do that later. Do it now, and this could change your life. Thanks for listening. Bye for now.